In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show. What up, everybody? Welcome to The Anthony Sain Show. It is April 1st, 2026, April Fool's Day. My name is Kenny Stubblefield. Anthony is obviously out tonight. He told y'all earlier, or today, he told y'all earlier in the week that he had a funeral he had to attend to. So shout out to Anthony. Hope everything's going well over there. But I'm excited, man. We got Chris Ingram from the No Bluffing podcast on the deck today, man. What's up, Chris?
Let's go. What's going on, man? I am good. I'm blessed, highly favored, man. And started out as a rough and I guess you would say just anxiety-filled morning. Is all good. My daughter had a little procedure this morning, but she at home resting in the bed in there. We all had us a little nap in a few minutes ago. So I'm good, brother. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm wonderful, man, but we can't just skirt past that, dude. Both of us are fathers. Both of us have little girls. Yeah. There is something different. Like, isn't it crazy how like life just changes? Like everything changes when you have kids, bro. Like it is like there is a level of, I wouldn't say anxiety, but just maybe anxiety is the right word. Maybe anxiety. But it's just like, it's like when your kid gets sick, it is like, there's nothing like it, bro. I'm like, give it all to me. Like,
give it to me. Yeah, I can take it.
I'll take it. I'll handle whatever. When your kid is going through something, bro, it's wild. It's wild. But she's good, though. She's good.
She's good. She in there resting. I told my wife, like, it's a running joke in our house now because between me and her, we both got our some things called wisdom teeth removed within the last 2 years. I handled the anesthesia a little bit better than she did. I think by the time I got home, I was good. I couldn't even take a nap. Her ass was in the back of the car for 2 hours, like with her mouth wide open. You know, got the best sleep of her life. And baby girl, like, I think I went into the room, I grabbed her, and she woke up. Bro, we stopped by Waffle House. She was back there eating, singing Frozen songs, and like, she's great. So she got back into the house and she fell asleep. But yeah, she handled it way better than we have, man. So yeah, it's a blessing. She good.
So this procedure, she had to have like anesthesia and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. What it is she had a cyst in her stomach when she was not even born yet. Like when she was in the womb, we were worried about it. Went away out of nowhere. Like, we don't know what happened. And I don't think it traveled. I asked the doctors, is that something that could have done? But she had it right behind her ear back here. And I mean, she's 2 now, so it's just been kind of slowly growing. They were like, if you wait any longer, you know, that thing is gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. So we decided, like, you know what, it's time to go ahead and get it out now. So yeah, she good, but she had to go under the knife a little bit. She was under the Grizzlies special today, boy.
She was. What's her injury report designation? Like, where's she at?
Hey, we're rusty because I don't even know what you call that shit. I failed kinesiology, bro. I'm through.
Yeah, you're done with it, right?
I had to switch careers because that shit was so hard.
Man, I was a business management major when I first went to college, and I took macroeconomics and was like, "Fuck this, I'm done." Like, I got done with macroeconomics. It's like second year, first semester, and I was like, "I will never do." So guess what? I changed my major to public speaking.
Hey, they say that's the top fear in the world. So hey, salute to you for doing that. Some people can't do it.
I went from that's like the underwater basket weaving. Like that's kind of like that major, man. I went from business management to public speaking, bro. Crazy. Yeah. Savage just macro kicked my ass. I was an accounting major for one semester. Oh, dude. Macroeconomics, I was like, nope, not gonna be able to do it.
Bro, I took that shit at Southwest for like the one semester that I was there.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I learned real quick.
Uh-oh. You got somebody behind you.
Uh-oh.
Is she there? Is that her? Is she up?
She must ran and went back out. She good.
Oh, we good. Okay, good. I was making sure that wasn't her. Was that her? Is she doing okay? Okay.
That's the 5-year-old. Yeah, that's the 5-year-old. Okay. She's enjoying shooting hooky from school today. She should have been there.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we wasn't doing that.
Man, the biggest mistake I ever made as a parent, me and my wife, we still talk about this to this day. My daughter, who's 14 now, is when she was young, dude, she had constant ear infections, just constant, like nonstop ear infections, just one right after another. And we took her through, we didn't know what to do. She was on antibiotics for, I'm talking like literally like a full year of just straight antibiotic all the time because that's how bad her ear infections were. And the antibiotics, obviously that's not good for your system either as a young kid. But then at the same time, the ear infections wouldn't go away. So we were told by doctors, tubes would work, tubes will help, tubes will just fall off when that tube that connects, when it actually connects, it'll work itself out. She went through adenoid surgery, tonsil removing, and then she went under the knife 4 times. 4 times.
They did it separate?
They did it separate, yes. She went under the knife. Do that? I don't know, bro. 4 times. 4 times. Every time under anesthesia, like knocked out, like all this. We're freaking out, right? Like we're just me and Tracy are freaking out. A friend of mine told me, he said, "Hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you, maybe she has a milk allergy, a dairy allergy. Why don't you try that out?" We started going non-dairy milk with her. The very next day, she had 0 ear infections, and she hasn't had one since. And I'm like, wild, bro. And I'm like, okay, my ass put my daughter through 4 different surgeries when all it was just a dairy allergy.
Milk. Yeah, bro.
It was milk.
I hate y'all. I hate they did y'all like that because the 5-year-old, she had the exact same surgery, but they called it the trifecta. They did all 3 at one sitting, and she been fine since. But yeah, them damn ear infections, they something serious, bro. Damn, bro, that's crazy.
I'm like, dude, we're terrible. That's terrible.
Don't let my wife hear that because she's like borderline vegan. She just started eating fish lately, but like other than that, she don't do the dairy and all that, and our kids don't either. So don't let her hear what you're talking about. She be like, yeah, see, that's why I don't do it.
Chris said that's on the doctors. I'll take that. If that's on the doctors, I'll take that. Like that, because I look at myself and I'm like, bro, what did I just do that for? Like I sent my daughter through 4 surgeries, man. Like that's crazy. Anyway,
it's insane.
Well, welcome to the show, man. I'm glad, Chris. I'm glad you're on with me today, man. You were one of the. When I started, I was like, I gotta find somebody to help me with the show today. I was like, I gotta call Chris, man. I gotta call Chris and see if he can do it, man. You are one of the co-hosts of the No Bluffing podcast every Monday night at 5 p.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube network. I'm telling you, man, like if you don't watch that show, you're missing out on just unbelievable content every single week. But we had a special treat this week, man. Like I was editing the No Bluffing podcast. I was editing some clips out of the No Bluffing show, and I was like, wow, this is a relatively short one. Like usually you guys know how to go. You guys go pretty long. And
dog.
Y'all know how to y'all get it in. It's pretty fun. But it was a real short show. And then I remembered, oh wait, the No Bluffing guys got back on the post game bounce immediately after and did the post game bounce. A twofer. That one was a long one. That one was a long one. That one was a fun one.
You got everything you wanted out of that one.
Everything you needed. But there was one portion of the post game bounce that I wanted to talk with you today about. And it's the title of the show. Let's play the blame game here. You were talking about Zach Kleiman. You were talking about the Memphis Grizzlies, Zach Kleiman, because there is the jokes have been plenty on the Anthony Sain show, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel that we are basically getting a check from the Grizzlies to not ever critique Zach Kleiman, right? Like that's the word. That's what they're saying. And my response to it is, bro, if they want to pay us, cool. Like send the check, right?
Right.
But you had a really good conversation with Evan on the post-game bounce after the Phoenix Suns game. And you basically walked through some of the critiques you have of Zach Kleiman, the general manager for the Memphis Grizzlies. And there was a part of that clip. If you want to go watch it, go back and rewatch the post-game bounce. But I wanted to talk with you about it today because there was a part of it where you talked about the blame, like who holds more blame for where the Memphis Grizzlies are right now. Obviously, not just it's deeper than just a tanking season and a lot of losses. There's like basically an admittance of a failure of a generation, the next gen generation of Memphis Grizzlies. The Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. era has pitifully come to a close at this point. And you asked the question, like, who's to blame? And you had really good talking points critiquing Zach Kleiman. And I'm gonna be frank with you, man. Like I'm pretty ambivalent with Zach Kleiman. Like I am willing to this conversation. Like I am coming at this with an open book of like, please tell me like I want to get mad. Like, please, if you can get me mad at Zach Kleiman, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm cool with that, but I'm ambivalent towards him. There was a few things that you said, and I want to bring it up. I want to bring up a few of these points and let's talk about it. You mentioned specifically the idea that Zach Kleiman held on to Jaren Jackson Jr. for too long, that he should have let him go earlier because it was clear to you that Ja and Jaren couldn't work together. Let's talk through that. Talk with me about that a little bit.
For sure. So like it was early on, right? I remember when they first came in, it's like, oh man, we got our point guard, we got our big of the future. You just kind of feel that shit in the middle. Like, you know, whatever those wings, whatever center, whatever you put there, like you should be able to maximize a window of a superstar point guard and at the very low ceiling of an all-star level power forward, big man, whatever you want to put him at, put him as. And I remember where like I'm looking at Jaren's game that first year, he's back to the basket. You got the defensive plays, you got him shooting the threes like crazy in the summer league. It translated a little bit in the regular season. He gets injured. I think they sit him out towards the end of that season, and then boom, we tank it, we get Ja. But as you see them play together, it's obvious that okay, like at some point, Ja's gonna need a running mate. And when you're talking about mentality-wise, when you're talking about gang-wise, them dudes just I saw early on, and a lot of people did, but it's one of those things where like sometimes it's a saying out there that's like you're early, you wasn't wrong, you were just early. Like sometimes you want to give stuff time to say, all right, maybe they can work this out. And I'm cool with giving anything, 3-4 years between the player. But at a certain point, it's like, all right, Jaren has no mid-range game, so Ja can do no really pick and pop with him. He can't do much of pick and roll because he's going to foul out. He's not closing games because of, fouls or just he's not up for the challenge when it comes to other bigs in the league. And it got to a point where I was like, all right, bro, like we may be wanting to look into some other type of big to match with Ja to maximize this window we got with him. Now, granted, we understand like the crazy stuff that Ja did. I understand it. But like I said on the post-game bounce, my whole mind frame between these conversations has always been separating Zach Kleiman and Ja because they play a part in it, whether you want to give it 50-50, 45-65, 45, 65, 35. If you want to say it's 25-70, whatever you want to put the number at is fine. But they have played, in my opinion, 50%. Because when you look at the fact that, like, I got crap, this was 3 years ago, but I was talking about you swap out Jaren for John Collins. People like, why would you swap out Jaren for John Collins? He's not the same player as far as accolades. Well, shout out to Michael Cole. He had a super dope segment on our show. I want to say it was 2 summers ago, where he talked about name over game. Sometimes we look at the name and the accolades, and it's like, well, the game may not fit just because of the name is this great thing. We see all these teams around the NBA where they put all these star players together, and that shit just don't work. And so same thing in this, I'm looking at it from John Collins, just that archetype as a guy that at that point was able to do pick and roll with Ja. He got some pick and pop ability. His finger, that injury had gotten better. So that 3 was coming back, but he was above the rim. We talking highlights. We talking, he can throw that lob, and that game fit a lot better than what Jaren's did. And people wouldn't understand where I was coming from. If you found another guy like that, go get him. I don't give a damn about John Collins, but it was more so the game. And so that was kind of where I was coming from there, where you could just see that the game and mentality, Jaren's not going to be the best fit. And you're talking about another player that we all been begging him to play center. Like, we all know if Jaren plays center, we can maximize even more to this team, by adding more guys out there. Well, you couldn't do that. So that was one of my things. It just took too goddamn long, man, to pull the cord on Jaren.
Yeah. Do you think that there's a part of, and I know Zach Kleiman wasn't around during this time period, but I know as Memphis fans, as somebody who's been a Memphis fan since the Grizzlies fans since the day they were announced that they were coming here, there is a part of kind of a fear of the same situation with Rudy Gay happening all over again, where Zach Randolph and Rudy Gay could not work. They told us they could not. Lionel Hollins could not make it work. And so you let Rudy Gay go when, let's be honest about it. Rudy is the guy that the Memphis Grizzlies, that type of player, have been missing since they got rid of him, right?
Yes, sir.
And there's a part of me that wonders if that is part of the fear is you let a 7-footer who can stretch the floor, play defense as high level as he can, you let him go. How do you make that decision? That feels antithetical to anything roster building in the NBA that you would do. And I guess the second part to that question is why couldn't they make it work? I get it. I get it. Jaren has limitations to his game in terms of his ability to pick, his ability to set picks and roll, his ability to mid-range game. Ja has limitations in that he needs space to be able to get his shot off because he's slight of frame and can't shoot, right? I get the limitations, but why couldn't they make it work? It just doesn't make sense to me.
I look at it as the mentality piece is the biggest part. Jaren's mentality when it came to basketball, if you look at them on paper, it's amazing, right? It's great. It should work. Right. If you look at them on freaking 2K, it should work because, if you're looking at their stats, their attributes, stuff like that. All right, like you said, you got a 7-footer that can shoot and he can block shots. I should be able to put that with a super athletic, probably the fastest point guard in the NBA, pick and roll, spam that game all day long, and it should work. Well, that's not all basketball is. Basketball's played between the years, probably more than it is athletically. And so when you're talking about a guy that can't stay on the court because Ja got his issues, right? We ain't got to bring him up. We know that. But you're talking about a guy that can't stay on the court in the games that he's playing because he's fouling out every time. He can't set a solid screen without fouling. He can't drive to the basket without fouling and getting an offensive call. So now, not only is his mentality not already from the jump there for the challenge, but now he's out of the game mentally even worse because it's all right, now I got to play timid because I'm in foul trouble. That is the part that you just were never going to get to see the maximum, I guess you would say success between that duo because his mental was just thrown off. And like I said, you got Jaws on the piece too that it's just going to be kind of hard to fit them two guys with those type of limitations. It just ain't going to never work.
So I know another point that you made that I thought was super interesting. And the one thing, as somebody who's pretty ambivalent about Zach Kleiman, is the way that the Taylor Jenkins situation went down. Because you brought something up in the post-game bounce. like we think about the end, right? Like we think about the end of the Taylor Jenkins era and we say that was messed up. Like you had a whole season, a whole last season that was just lame duck. Like it was clear Zach Kleiman's guy was sitting next to Taylor Jenkins the entire time. The off season prior to that, Zach Kleiman had fired all of his assistant coaches and brought in new guys, and there was this constant tension between Noah LaRoche and the St. James. Is it St. James? St. James guy. St. Peter's, St. James, whatever his name is. Yeah. And with Taylor, and then you had Zach Kleiman and Tomas Isolo, and it was very clear it was a toxic situation that needed an end. Like if you're going to make that decision, just get rid of them. Just do it, right? But you brought up a point that I had forgotten about, and that is Taylor Jenkins' inability to in-game manage, right? Like the way his in-game management was lacking a ton. The adjustments, the things like that. Speak on that, because like I remember that now. When you said that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm remembering the conversations that we used to have about Taylor Jenkins and why he was so frustrating even before the lame duck season.
Right. I want to say it was what playoff series was I done? You had Golden State. We all know what happened this year. I want to say it was that following one that we had. That Lakers the next year.
Was that the Lakers? That was the Lakers, right?
I want to say that was the Lakers series.
Yeah.
When I saw that he couldn't get, we had injuries that year. We know Steve-O didn't play. We talk about Xavier Tillman being your starting center. I get all that. But when you roll out a lineup of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Dillon Brooks, Jaren Jackson, and Xavier Tillman, which was a switchable big, he was the youngest vet probably in the NBA at that time, but that guy just had a steadiness about him. I was cool. I was confident in that five getting it done against what we saw with the Lakers. Like I remember the spaces that were happening between Lakers and Grizzlies fans. Like they would sometimes jump in together, and like they were talking about at that point in time that Austin Reeves was a better player than Desmond Bane. We like, no, we're gonna tell y'all ass like Desmond is not. He ain't no slouch. Like, and so that series, I want to say Des was solid. I want to say he was better at that point than Austin Reeves. I don't know if it's much of a debate at this point, but it was a lot of things in that series that I saw, and even throughout the year, that I'm like, this guy is losing games that he should win. Like that whole idea about like we're losing the great teams and we're only beating the lesser teams. It's like the only reason that's happening is because Taylor Jenkins is literally sabotaging these games, whether it's through not playing his guys enough. I remember me and Salute the Savage. I remember we sat on the podcast 3 summers ago, and we were talking about even Jaren's, going back to him real quick, his rebounding numbers. Everybody get on his ass about rebounding. He only averaged 5 or 6 a game. The dude has never averaged, I want to say, over 29 minutes a game in his career. If you play him 35, if you don't get in foul trouble, maybe he might get 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? And we got nothing to say at that point. But I feel like nerfing your players when it comes to minutes, the rotations were terrible. We all talked about that, and it sound like buzzwords. But when you were getting actually in matchups, it's like our best players are not playing against the other team's best players enough. And a lot of that is kind of trickled over into this Isolo thing. It's not really much to talk about at this point because of the season. We never really got to see much of what that looks like with our best players, but we saw that a lot with TJ. Like for the most part, he had collective health with this team. And it got to a point, like I said, I know we're far from removed from it at this point, but like you should have saw this by year 4 maximum that, okay, this dude is not getting these guys up to play against the top talent in the league. Zach Kleiman, this guy to the left. If I feel like I got the right talent, which I still think he needed some extra pieces and other things he needed to do. If you're confident in your roster, then you need to make the change somewhere. And you just kind of let the rope get a little bit too loose to the point to where you end up in a situation where 2 summers ago, like you said, I remember when Sain dropped it in our group chat, bro. He was like, hey, they're going to get rid of everybody. I'm like, oh, okay. Something's going to happen. And it did. But the way it went down is like, bro, and I feel like, I don't know if you're going to touch on this, but it's like he's kind of approached this whole era in a passive aggressive manner rather than just going straight in. Like if you got conviction in you to make a decision, well, just do that shit. But like the way you handled a lot of these situations, you let them run their course way too long. And like I said the other night, you're the last guy standing more than likely this summer when you trade, if you trade John Morant.
Oh, yeah.
You shouldn't get the opportunity to fix this. But if you do, like, you got to look in the mirror and say, okay, I have to be perfect from now on. Because, like, most GMs, we ran it down the other night, they don't get as long as dude has gotten with the resume that he has as far as success. They just don't.
Is that not crazy that he will be the last guy standing out of that whole era? Is that not crazy?
That's sick to me. Like, you shouldn't have that much power, bro. I'm sorry. Like, no GM is better than, and when I say better, like, you know, it's connotations that, but like, he's not better than the program. He's not better than the players that are on the floor. Like, you have to put the talent on the floor. And my thing is, you gotten the longest leash over everybody. You ain't, that to me. And I know, you know, people had their opinions and stuff. Like, it's just those things going back to, like, we were arguing about the that Dorian Finney-Smith trade. Like, we got it. He sucks now. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
Man.
But in the moment that we were in at that point where there was an actual deal on the table and he was actually looking like he could come help us from Brooklyn, that was another thing. I'm sitting there like, bro, why are you so cocky? Like, you won GM of the Year 4 or 5 years ago. It's probably got dust on it somewhere in your house. You got to stop going into these negotiations like you got the biggest meat on the table, bro. The deal, basically, in my opinion, it fell through when he tried to get that second round pick. And it's like, well, you only technically moving 10 spots back in the draft. Like, you're trying to dupe them out of a 10-spot difference. Like, bro, just get Dorian Finney, just get him on the team. Do what you got to do. Because guess what ended up happening, Kenny? A few weeks later, you end up giving a first-round pick to send Marcus Smart's ass away. So, like, it just, he's trying to play his hand too much. And I get so tired of every press conference where you're trying to convince us like you did everything you could have. And it's like, right. The shit that comes out don't seem that way, bro.
Like, we don't believe you at this point,
yeah,
right?
We don't. No.
Like, how do you go 0 for whatever you're going for, and then the one swing you make is Marcus Smart, and it ends the way that it ends? Now, let me ask you this: do you think, like, hindsight being 2020, the Marcus Smart acquisition, do you when it happened? Do you disagree? Like, do you think that it was handled? The acquisition was handled poorly? Because I think we can understand that releasing him was the way that they did. It was almost like they had to, especially with Jaren's situation coming up, right? With the money side of things coming up. Like, they had to be able to pay him that money. Do you think the acquisition was a fault? Like, do you think that the way that it happened?
I don't. Well, the way that we got him, I'll say this. I was excited to get him. I think, again, him being passive-aggressive, when you make that move, you need to set the standard from the get-go. Marcus Smart, you're going to be our 6-man point guard coming behind John. You may play 25 to 28 minutes tonight. You probably will play that amount. But this is what your role is. And my other critique of that is that, like that Kobe meme, more. Like, Marcus Smart should have not been your only acquisition. You lost Dylan Brooks, which was a small forward. You needed to upgrade the talent overall in that team. That was just one piece that you need to make that season. So, right. Like, I love the move. It's the fact that you didn't throw gas on the fire. That was one of them things like, okay, we're going for it. It's like, no, you're not going for it. You replaced Dylan and Tides with one guy.
Hey, Keelan said it. Everything ZK was doing was 2 years too late.
Right. Baby, go ahead. Go to your room, baby. She brought me a drink and everything.
Hey, listen.
Appreciate you, baby. Go ahead and close the door. Love you so much. And we know how everything went in between that. But when you talk about when it got to the end, I disagree. I don't think you had to make that trade right then. Like, you traded Desmond Bain after we were out of the season was over. Like, even though the NBA was still playing, I think as long as you're out of it, your season's done, you can make trade. Well, they did. I think the finals was going on or something like that. And I think you got up to the new league year to make that trade so that you can go ahead and do that Jaren extension. I didn't understand why he, like, just panicked, bro. Like, it literally, like, and I'm big on mental health and I deal with anxiety. I know we talk about anxiety, we deal with it, in different aspects of life, bro. It's like he literally had his finger on the button and he was like this, he was nervous, like, dang, should I press this trade? And at the very last minute, 2:59 that day, he pressed the button and he got off of a pick when you already, like, you spent too many, I don't like it. I didn't like the way that looked. You could have waited. You probably could have got something more for Marcus Smart, or at least bare minimum, if you let him play the rest of the season, you don't have to give up a pick to get his ass up better. So if that's your thinking, great. But I know it's going to sound like, well, damn, can Zach Kleiman do anything to appease you? I give him props. I give him his just doing the things he did. And if you ask me that, I can run that down. But these things that we talked about, it's just like you didn't handle it the best way. I don't think you handled it the best way at all.
All right. Now let's go in this direction. I will ask you about the positive things he's done. I think we've had those conversations on this show before. Like there are some positives Zach Kleiman has had. The drafting is one of them. Like he's a talent evaluator, drafter. Like he's good at that. He's had some misses, but everybody has misses. Even Sam Presti, the GOAT, has had misses. But the counterpoint to all of this is what G&G says. Disagree. No GM can build a contender around a 6'2" point guard who can't shoot. And I would add a caveat, who doesn't play basketball. Like, so when we do the blame game here, how much of it is a fair thought process that if Ja Morant actually played basketball, a lot of these critiques we wouldn't be talking about with Zach Kleiman?
My counter to that is I don't agree, because every series, well, I agree and I disagree. And I'm gonna tell you this as well. Number one, I always look at these separate. I think when we try to combine them, that lets one of them off of the hook. Like if we say it's Ja's not playing, and it's like, all right, that kind of excuses ZK from doing his job. And if we say ZK didn't get the talent, was like, well, that kind of takes Ja off because he didn't have enough to get it done. Like, I don't ever want to excuse them both because they both play, in my eyes, equal amount of accountability. They have an equal amount of accountability for getting here. Because this is the thing. If I feel like, if we collectively feel like Zach Kleiman put everything he had into this roster to make it a championship caliber roster.
Good point.
And Ja goes and fucks off like he did.
Yep.
It's 100% on you, bro. You fucked it up, bro. You did that.
Fair point.
When you don't have the championship roster around Ja, and you see that, like you're saying, G&G, hey, go be Superman, and we know you can't shoot, but go out there and make it happen. I only want to talk about what's on the court when we're talking about Zach Kleiman, because again, if we're talking about what Ja did, we know like it's both. It's both, and you can't, in my opinion, put the blame heavily on one or the other, because if everything in a perfect world was right, if their roster was perfectly built to contend, and Ja's whatever the hell is going on with him was right, then that we seen it, bro. Like you talk about OKC last year when he's locked in.
Bro,
that team was not a championship roster, but Ja had them folks up 30.
Tell me you don't. I believe Ja when he said I had him figured out. Like I had him figured out. I believe
we saw it. We saw it. Yeah. And even him not playing in game 4, he was able to put some of them dudes here, because even in game 4, they took him down to the wire. Or was it game 5?
Game 4. Game 4.
Okay.
Scotty, hey, SPJ, man. Ja got in his ear, and SPJ went ham in that game.
Went ham.
Yeah.
Like, so he's had playoff performances. I've seen him against, what he's done against the Wolves. I've seen what he did against the Lakers. I saw what he did against the Warriors. Like, he had moments. It's just that dude, obviously the health in those situations kind of played a part. We know what happened when the off the court was, so we missed and injuries and things like that. But yeah, I think if he's healthy and he's engaged, if you give him what he needs, he can't do. Now, to G&G's point, he can't do it alone. A 6'2", I don't care if he was 6'6". If you're a 6'6" point guard and you can't shoot, you're just gonna have an issue unless you're gonna try to do rack game all day. Yeah. So, like, to that point, size don't really matter to me. You got to have other pieces and components. And again, going back to our earlier conversation, if your Robin is a 7-footer that's a pussy in the playoffs, what do you want me? Take Jalen Williams or take Chet Holmgren off with OKC and give them Jeremy. Let's really have a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't expect Ja to do with what he had with other superstar players in the league. If he had the same thing, I'm gonna take it up to Minnesota, and it's probably gonna kill Jaren for acting the way he acts in the playoffs, bro. Like, it's just, you gotta surround him with what he needs, and he's got to do his part too. And like I said, for me, it's always gonna meet in the middle of them bumping heads and not making it happen.
All right, last topic that I want to discuss with you about this. We can sit here and we can talk about the past and we can go through all that and say this is what's going on. Zach Kleiman's here, and I'll be honest with you. I don't think his seat is hot at all. Like, I don't think his seat is hot at all. I think he is in a position where he has consolidated power in such a way that, I mean, dude, Robert Pear is dealing with Russia right now. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, he ain't. I think Zach Kleiman is a made man in the Grizzlies organization. I don't think he's going anywhere. And good or bad, whatever you think about that, I just think that's the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
Himji says he's still the youngest GM in the league. The Grizzlies would be idiotic to let him take that experience and run another team for 15 years. He's going to be running this team and building this roster for this next generation, for this next era of this rebuild, this whatever you want to call it. Do you trust him to do it?
I don't. Like Himji, I hear you. He's the youngest MGM. That's great. But he has no basketball background. He has no basketball ties. He has no basketball relationship. So he can take this shit to any of the other 31 teams that are coming up. Let's say he wants to be the GM of one of the two expansion teams, Las Vegas and Seattle. Great. Hey, go out there and do your thing, bro. But you haven't proven to show us that you've been able to have the relationships to get guys in. So I don't think that component of it, I don't think that's going to change. When you talk about the experience, he has on-the-job training. Absolutely. He's had some misses that he should learn from. But shout out to Evan. He made me come to the realization of why I feel like so passionate about how I feel in regards to being both of those guys equal fault for being here. They both have taken too long to learn from their mistakes and implement it. Both Ja and Kleiman. It took Ja and shit. We still don't know if he's learned because we seen what happened just a couple months ago. And until Kleiman shows us this, I don't know if we've seen him learn from his mistakes either. Like, he can go to the podium and say whatever. But like until you actually show us that you learn, I don't know if I can trust you to do that. So if you get another job somewhere and you go do the same shit, so what? Like, it's GMs get fired every day, B. Coaches get fired every day. Players get fired every day. Like, I'm not gonna hold on to that guy when he ain't proved me shit yet. You lucked up into getting a job, Morant. Thank you, Adam Silver and basketball guys. But other than that, if he takes Darius Garland, like, what are we talking about? Like, do we have the same conversation? Like, if he gets, snappy and takes RJ Barrett at number 2 because he feels like, hey, he's the number 2 player in the country behind Zion. Like, you were gifted, John Morant. I give you that. Like, thank you for doing what was in your face. You did mess that pick up. But, like, bro, no, like, he's made great picks. He's made, especially second round talent evaluation.
Talent evaluation is great.
Guru. But like I said on that show, it's 3 pieces, in my opinion, to being a GM when it comes to roster building. This other shit too. You got to massage relationships. You got to go out there, kiss babies, and do stuff like that. But we're talking about roster building. You got to draft, sign, and trade. If you're great at drafting, bro, that's great. But you're gonna have to do something at some point to put their roster over the top when it comes to trade or free agency. And he has not been great at doing those. And for that, I don't trust it. And like I said, if he goes and blows this draft up,
oh God. Oh no.
It's gonna be me that's pissed off.
Don't even put that out there like that, because my armpits just started sweating a little bit. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. So what is it? What needs to happen? Like, I know, let's not go, like, let's not do the hindsight 2020 type of thing and be like, all right, he killed this rebuild, whatever.
Right.
What are some of the things that you go, and this is off the top, so if you need to think about some answers on this, but in your brain, you're a very analytical guy. I understand this, but what are some like little step 1, step 2, step 3 type of things that ZK needs to do to make you feel comfortable about what this rebuild's going to look like?
He's got to just go get the talent, bro. He's got to go get the talent. He's got to stop sticking with a type. Like, we have fell in love with these guys. I love Jabbar Meshack. I love Omax. I love Jalen Wells. I love Sid Coward. They can all go run for office. Like, they play hard. They are guys that are not going to mess up your locker room. Like, bro, we're literally shout out to Michael Cole. He wrote a piece, I want to say it was last week, where he was talking about, like, the locker room is almost dead because nobody can go grab the goddamn aux cord and play music.
Crazy.
Like, bro, all right, cool. We got enough of them dudes.
Where's Gigi at? Why is Gigi not getting the aux cord, bro?
He said he tried, and I think he'd be trolling. He was talking about he may put some gospel on. Like, it's up, GG. I've seen you on Instagram Live. You play rap music in your car, bro. You lying.
GG, stop lying, bro.
Yeah,
you ain't. GG is not. Hey, we did kind of see a little bit of GG in that when he said, if there is anybody that's close to Kevin Durant, it's me on this court.
It's me. Yep.
Let me ask you. I loved what he said there. I thought it was awesome.
That's my dog, man. That's my dog. And he need to keep that. Don't let nobody tell you different.
Don't let nobody tell you different. Keep that same energy, man. We need that we need that energy in this younger group. Because you're right. Cedric Coward, Jalen Wells, Cam Spencer, all those guys, they're great. Jemai Mashak, awesome. Like I love their energy. I love their professionalism, if you will. But man, I need Messi just a little bit. Give me a little bit of Messi, right?
Yep. That's what I'm looking for. Like, give me the talent. Like, you know how I feel about Darius Acuff. Like, I want a superstar talent if we can in that top 4. If it's Caleb Wilson, he got that edge to him. Like Caleb Wilson, he's everything we wanted Jaren to be, but he's got it up here. He's got the grit, and you can tell that, like, you can see it in this game. He's got the other components that Jaren did. Just give him the same time frame to get his body together, get his health together, and see what that guy turns into. Give me somebody with an edge, but's got superstar potential, and it's a dog. That's what my, like, we got to find a guy. Like, I understand y'all talk about it on y'all show as well. Like, we don't know that Sid and Edie are the number ones.
Nope.
So when people say you building around those two, no, like, there are solid pieces.
Yes.
But I don't think the best player that's on this team, moving forward the next era is even here yet. And he may not be in this draft either. Like, if you go get a cuff, like, he's great. But if you look up and get in the lottery again next year and get one of them dudes that, that's on the wing, that may be your best player moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just go get the talent this time. Stop trying to get, these guys that look good and they're buttoned up. Like, that's great, bro. That shit don't win basketball games. And I know I can understand the PTSD behind y'all. I'm gonna get somebody out here being an idiot. You know what I'm saying? We joke and laugh about A-Cup being, big B's.
Like super affiliated.
Affiliated. But you know what I'm saying? I trust a guy that's like that. He's actually in that. And has shown restraint. He ain't out here, doing. I'll just leave it there. Yeah. I watched Derrick Rose, bro. Derrick Rose was able to, just navigate through the NBA, be the youngest MVP, and still have some of those ties just based on where he grew up. I know, he grew up in Detroit, so kind of similar situation.
Chicago.
Well, I'm talking about A-Cup.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Derrick Rose.
Yeah. So, like, if that's the case, do that. AJ, go get some talent, bro. Same thing. I'm tired of the Zaire Williams experience. Don't go get somebody you got to wait on. Don't go get Nate Ahmed with your second pick because we know you're gonna have to wait.
Hey,
like,
what if?
No.
What if?
No. That's how you know it's time for him to roll. If Nate Ahmed is on this team next year, I'm telling you, bro. Those are the type of things I'm looking for. Like, are you serious about building this next era? Because if you go get a Nate Ahmed, I don't think Zach Kleiman's gonna be here to see him flourish. You're talking about a guy you have to wait 4 or 5 years for probably to really pop. Does he really deserve 4 or 5 more years to GM when we ran down how many GMs have been as employed as long as him, but have at least 2 to 3 playoff wins or conference finals or even finals appearances, and he got none. Like, I'm not confident, Kenny. I'm sorry, bro.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, so we stuck with him.
He's here, and I don't think he's going anywhere. But I agree with you. Like, I thought, like I said, I thought that post-game bounce segment was super intriguing to me because, again, I have been relatively ambivalent to him throughout this time period because maybe I'm not as locked in as you guys are in terms of like the moves that could have been made or have been made. I'm like, I understand that like the talent evaluation and how much he's hit in the draft. And I like that. But I guess my default has been for a while that if Ja Morant played basketball, we wouldn't be having these conversations. And that might be super basic. Like, honestly, that could be a super basic mentality. Which is why I found what you were saying so intriguing and wanted to talk with you about it today. But I think it is fair to say if Ja Morant played basketball, we wouldn't be having a lot of these conversations, but there's a lot of things that happen throughout that next gen era that Zach Kleiman could have done differently. I think Chris Anthony's put it in there quite a few times. It feels like he's made a lot of half measures instead of going full in, all in, making his decision. Like you've seen him in the draft. Like he goes after a guy. He targets a guy and goes to get him. Cedric Coward being an example of that, right? He goes to get him. No half measures when it comes to the guys he wants in the draft.
Right.
It's the other side of the roster building. It's the how you develop like the relationships with your star players. Those are there's been a lot of half measures there that I think is a very fair critique of Zach Kleiman, what he's done as the GM for Memphis, but super interesting to me.
I mean, you look at the, I know we got to kind of move on, but like you look at the Hawk situation with Trae Young. That's a guy that, I mean, he wasn't out there acting a fool.
Right.
He played majority of his games. He had a couple of injuries like everybody else, but they didn't build a roster the best around him. So like, that's my only comeback when y'all say, you know, Ja ain't playing. Like, this guy's out here playing ball, but if these GMs don't support them, bro, like, what do you want? So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. Somebody who does not take half measures, somebody who is all the way in, full stock on making your house as clean and as protected from critters as anybody can be, is our guy Reggie Freeman Alexander at Grade A Pest. No half measures with Reggie Freeman Alexander. That man, if you hire him to come and to remove the pests and the rodents from your house, he will absolutely go all out for you. He's a homegrown businessman from a born and raised Memphian. He said, we're committed to excellence by applying human and pet-friendly products that are safe and highly efficient to meet your pest needs. Reggie Freeman Alexander is a guy who grew up, started his career in corporate world, got into as an executive in the corporate world, and decided, you know what, man, I'm going to go start my own thing, build my own business, and I'm going to take care of your home. He is a guy you can call him. He's not going to put you on some kind of plan, a monthly plan that you've got to pay for. He might come see you. He might not. If you've got an issue, he will absolutely see it through from start to finish. Amazing. Call him at 901-628-4867 or email him at gradeapservices@gmail.com. Reggie Freeman Alexander, Grade A Pest. Check them out. They're great. 20 years of experience there. Also, half measures. If you're going to go and add a new family member to your house, Chris, a new dog to your house, don't take half measures. You might find some mutt on the street that might come in and be rabies filled, might not be a good dog, whatever. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that at Puppy Dreams. Actual puppies in their recently remodeled showroom to choose from and get to know before purchasing. You could go and check out these dogs, Chris. Like, you could go to the showroom and you can play with the dogs and see how they respond to your kids and see how they do in your, like, around you. You can check them out and see what they're like. Full service grooming salon inside there. There's a 1-year warranty on any dog that you purchase. Financing is available. Still don't know how that works. But all the puppies come from USDA certified breeders. Puppy Dreams, puppies make life better. You can get yourself a new puppy and fulfill all your dreams at Puppy Dreams. 1740 North Germantown Parkway, 901-763-8523. Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7, puppydreamsmemphis.com. Check them out. By the way, Jared can kiss my whole ass. He said I'm 0 for 2 on the segues.
Bro, I'm just crying. I've watched this show almost every single day. And that's the first time on that read that I saw that it was a 1-year warranty on the dog. And that's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
I don't know how it works. I mean, go and ask the owners. I don't know how that works. But Jared, let me tell you something, man. I thought those segues were fire, bro. To be honest with you. I thought they were great.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
2 for 2.
You did your thing, Kitty. Hey. You usually got Sain here to do it, man. So you got to step in and
listen. I'm not the guy, man. Like, Sain is the guy with the segues. He's the segue king. But hey, listen, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to discuss. We got a few things to discuss in the 3-pointer. We're going to talk Tiger Woods going into treatment. We're going to talk Roger Goodell and the Rooney Rule. I'm excited to talk with you about this because, like, there's a lot of hypocrisy in this situation, and I want to talk about it with you. And then the third thing we're going to talk about is Mark Cuban's got some regrets, bro. He's got some regrets that we need to talk through. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll do that with a three-pointer. Some dreams don't just come true, they come with 4 paws. At Puppy Dreams, we match loving families with happy, healthy puppies. From playful companions to lifelong best friends, your perfect match is waiting. And with our professional grooming spa, your pup will look as amazing as they feel. Visit Puppy Dreams today and meet the one who's been waiting just for you. The numbers that are coming out on what this NIL and revenue sharing, what the demand is for some of these guys is pretty unbelievable to me. Like, it is, I think it's going to be even higher than it was last year. I'm not a big fan of Rowan Brumball's game, and I just think he's going to cost way too much for Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, it would eat up a significant amount of your budget.
It's not that Memphis doesn't have the money. It's that they can't just spend their money willy-nilly. You just can't go and say, oh, we like Rowan Brumball. Let's go spend whatever the amount of money it would cost to get him. Is he going to bring you a conference championship, NCAA tournament appearance? No, not by himself.
You got to find the right pieces at the right price, which is they're out there.
They're out there.
You got to have the staff that puts in the work to do it. You know, you did it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You can do it again.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I just can't believe that the consensus top 2 pick allowed a team to come back from 19 down to beat them in an Elite 8 game.
19-year-old freshman had 27 and 8, had an electric game, especially in the second half, was good in spite of it falling apart. I'm excited to kind of see now what that'll look like in the professionals because he's a guy that's played out of position. I'm still high on Cam Boozer. He's still my first overall pick and who I would literally sprint to the podium for.
It's incredible to me that I can watch like him go, what did you say, 27 and 8?
27 and 8.
And be like, okay, I'm not impressed. Like I just, it's just so much like underneath the rim, off the backboard, tough. Like he doesn't touch the rim unless it's a like a breakaway dunk.
Tune into the 2 Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Tired of the same old fast food? The soggy fries, the frozen flavors, the meals that never quite hit right. Head over to Waldo's Chicken and Beer, where everything starts fresh and flavor comes first. Our chicken is fried in rich beef tallow for that bold, old-school crunch you can actually taste. And don't skip the premium homemade southern sides. Fresh greens, hearty white beans, and creamy mac and cheese made to complete the meal. Bring your whole family. There's plenty of space to relax, plus a game room the kids will love. Catch the game on big screens, grab a drink at the full bar, and enjoy happy hour specials. Every day from 3 to 6, all day on Tuesday and Sunday. Waldo's Chicken and Beer. Real food, real flavor, made from scratch. All right, we are back with the three-pointer. I do have a question for you, Rusty and Drew, in that commercial. To kind of go back a little bit to this last conversation. Does Cam Boozer scare you a little bit? Like,
yeah,
with his kind of the cookie cutter, like, does that kind of make you a little bit nervous about the Grizzlies taking him?
I'm terrified. It's him and Waldo for me, but I'll say I have eased up on Waldo. If he's agrees, I'm fine. But Cam Boozer just nothing that he's done this whole season as far as outside of production, 2010 guy.
Right.
With the game, I don't know, bro. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's the Duke clean cut, like kind of square.
Yep.
Which is why I have always been like I have these really big reactions to Darren Peterson, right? Like to what Darren Peterson can do. When he's locked in and playing, there is no doubt he's the best player in college basketball. That guy is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Have you seen have you seen the advanced analytics on him? Bro, crazy.
Yeah, Boozer, that's a climbing pick, and I'm terrified if he brings him. I get y'all with this whole Edie and him with the rebounding. Hey, man, you get Boozer and let that be a bust. You let that be a bust with a top 2 pick. I'm telling you, bro, be careful, brother. Be careful.
Which is why, obviously, my number one would be AJ DeBanstead. They can get AJ, then I'm good, right? Like I'm good on that. Like because he's got that edge to him too, like a little bit of an edge. He wears special underwear up in Utah, but like there's a little bit of uniqueness there, right? But I like the way he plays basketball. Anyway, that's kind of been in the back of my brain a little bit about Cam Boozer is, man, like, is he gonna be just another fit in dude, or is he gonna be the guy? Right? Like, is he going to be the guy? I don't know. Anyway.
If we had the guy already here, you go draft him. We don't. So you don't go draft him.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, if you want to be the guy, you got to look good. If you want to be the guy, you got to look good, right? And the only place to do that is our guy, Antonio Jones. That man can make you look good. He can get you right. He can get that hair looking good. I could see a guy like Cam Boozer going to Antonio Jones and coming out and being a dog, being a guy who comes out and says, you know what, man, I'm clean cut. I got it. I'm good. Like, he's got me looking right. Let me go and dominate and be the guy for the Memphis Grizzlies. Antonio Jones can do that. Master of definition. Over 30 years in the barbering industry. Clean, family-friendly environment. Natural and enhanced styles. Superior grooming for men, women, and children. The QR code's right there in the corner. If you want to hit up Antonio Jones, get on his schedule. Become a customer of Antonio Jones. Hit that QR code and go check him out. Antonio Jones, the master of definition. Shout out to him. Hey, Jared said I'm 1 for 3 now. Shout out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Listen, we're keeping a running tab of the segues here.
Here we go.
Let's get to the 3-pointer. Some news came out over the weekend. Obviously, Tiger Woods had some issues. Got into another car accident. When you look up on the screen and you see cars flipped, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, what is going on? Like, everybody knows the story about Tiger Woods. He had that issue where he was flying around on the highway and fell off a cliff and had major issues, has had multiple surgeries on his knee, his back, all that kind of stuff. Has never been the same since. Like, has trouble even playing regular golf now because of it. The crazy part about this story now is that now he's dating a member of the Trump family. And so obviously this is taking on a whole new level of like notoriety, even though this is Tiger Woods we're talking about. Now the political media is getting a hold of this and being like asking President Trump about it and asking all these different people about it. What were your thoughts when you saw this story that he got into another car accident? They found out he blew 000 for alcohol, but it's pretty clear he had some he was arrested for a DUI because of some pain pills and stuff like that. What were your thoughts on this?
Tiger Woods a jackass. That was my thought. He just continues to put himself in just the weirdest position. And I hate that, bro, for the people that grace this earth that have been GOATs in whatever field they've been in, whether it's sports, entertainment, whatever it is. Like, you work this hard to build this legacy, build this, I guess, aura around your name, and it's like you just continue to do dumb shit to just demean it. Like I don't understand it. He's one more situation from an OJ situation coming, and from that point, it's like, goddamn, bro, like what happened? Like what's going on with you? So yeah, as soon as I saw that picture of the truck flip, I don't know why, but something hit me and said he got something to do with it. He done did something weird, something crazy. Hope he's good. Okay, and it comes out. I didn't see a scratch on his head, so thank God for that. But like, you just continue to put yourself in just situations, bro, that you just shouldn't be in. I don't understand.
Addiction is a bitch, man. And like when you are, it sounds like to me, he's going into treatment to kind of try to deal with some of these issues that he has. When you have the levels of injury that he had, when you have, even throughout his playing career, you would see him have crazy back stuff, and you would see him. There's clips of him, swinging a golf club and it fall into the ground, with back issues and stuff like that. As somebody who's dealt with back issues in my life, I get it's debilitating. It's debilitating, and it seems like unfortunately what he's dealing with is the way that he's alleviated that pain throughout his time is through prescription drugs. And it seems like it might have gotten a hold of him in a way that it's not healthy. And you got to feel for the guy, because once you get, I just still I don't understand how prescription drugs and the effect, like the narcotic behavior of those drugs is so prevalent, and how it's so easily accessible for us in this world. Like, it's crazy to me that, weed is still illegal in the state of Tennessee. Even medicinal marijuana is illegal in the state of Tennessee. Yet, man, I can go to any pill pusher in Memphis and get pills, right? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's the kind of where I'm at with what Jalen said. Like, I'll never understand, like, these guys that got so much money just won't get a driver, bro. Like,
what?
At the very least.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
He said that they were asked that, like, there's reports coming out that the Trump family won't even let, like, his girlfriend is the former wife of Don Jr., Donald Trump's son. And so they've got kids, right? Like, they've got kids together. And so Tiger Woods is around those kids. They won't even let him drive those kids around because they know what an issue he is driving, because he's on narcotics all the time. And so the question has been asked, like, why aren't you hiring a driver? You know what his response has been? He said, because he wants privacy. I don't want anybody to know where I'm at. I don't want my driver to know. I want to be able to move where I want to go and how I want to go and what I want to do without having to worry about somebody else saying something.
Yeah, and that's why you continue to put yourself in these situations, bro. If you got that much shit to hide and you ain't putting NDAs out there, I don't care if it's with a man or a woman, whatever you're doing. But you got to hide shit like that, like, and that's on you. You just slipping, bro, and you can continue to be a jackass. Like, I get everything you say, because I deal with back pain. Like, I hate that, bro. But if you know you're dealing with these situations, at least put some type of barrier and protection for yourself. Get a driver. That's the least you could do.
You got to figure something out, because what happens if, like, you get into that situation, you get into a car accident and you kill somebody? You're going to jail, or you die. You're going to jail, or you're going to, you die. You're going somewhere else. Like,
I ain't want nobody to know where I was at, but I'm dead as hell. All right, bro. Like, I hope it was worth it. Like,
I'm dead as hell.
Ride,
at least I have my privacy.
Yeah. You're right. Where the hell you at now?
All right, next topic. Topic number 2. This is a crazy story to me, because, like, the Rooney Rule has been around for a long time in the NFL, where basically each franchise is mandated they have to interview a coach of a minority candidate for their head coaching position before they can hire whoever. And we've seen this work itself out, where it is the most lame, like, is goofy, whatever. Well, the AG, the Attorney General in Florida, filed a lawsuit and basically said the state of Florida laws is you cannot hire somebody based off of their color, their creed, their sexuality, whatever it may be. So I am suing the NFL on the behalf of the state of Florida unless the NFL removes the Rooney Rule from the equation. Roger Goodell came out and said, nah, bro, like we're keeping this. Like we appreciate diversity. This is not a hiring mandate. The Rooney Rule is not a hiring mandate.
Right.
But we appreciate diversity, and so we're going to keep the Rooney Rule in place. You don't have to hire the person. You just have to interview the person. What are your thoughts on this, man? Like, you're a big time Denver Broncos fan, big time. That's the reason why I wanted to talk to you about this, because Anthony hates the NFL, so we don't talk NFL ever on this show.
Right.
What are your thoughts on the Rooney Rule, and what are your thoughts even about the state of Florida, the AG trying to get rid of it?
I'm gonna start with him because I ain't gonna spend too much time on him. But it's the same thing with like Jaden Ivey. Like, people got to stop just forcing themselves into conversations that, like, bro, if you just literally don't worry about, don't mind, like, you can literally go put in a lawsuit or a rule about some other shit. Like, why does this matter to you so much that you have to sue the NFL? Like, I'll never get that, bro. I'll never understand that. So for him, that's the goofiest part about it for me, is like, just let them do what they're doing. And in regards to just like the rule itself, it's got its flaws. Like, and it goes back to even the DEI conversation throughout, our culture, I guess you would say. Like, a lot of it's just window dressing, like to say that, all right, we're actually out here doing something we're really not. And it's been too many holes that's been poked into it to say, like, all right, it is kind of just a bullshit, but they are at least interviewing these guys. The results haven't really garnered much. And that's my thing. Like, if you're going to do something, we should see the results of it, the fruits of that labor. And we're just not seeing it. So I do think it needs to be some kind of addendum added to it. Like, we need to kind of add on to this in some kind of form. I don't know what that would be. I'm not in the legislature or nothing like that. But I think it's some things that you can maybe add in there to kind of help the Rooney Rule gives a little bit more respect. Because right now, like, all right, we're going to bring in the 3 people that we know we want to hire. Gonna bring in little Johnny from the other team that was equipment guy just to say we did that shit, put it on paper, and now we're done. Like, all right, bro, you never really gave nobody a real chance that like should have gotten it. So
he said, "Little Johnny."
Yeah, like that man was a freaking equipment manager, bro. Why y'all even interviewing him? Like, he was nobody of substance. So it's kind of goofy, but I understand his purpose. But we need to really like put some actual like things in there that actually like make sense, to actually get guys that deserve a chance in there. Like, and I see this on my like going back to the DEI, bro. I wrote a whole like 10-page paper for my dissertation when I graduated last year about DEI in my field. And it's like it helps the overall like group when you bring in diverse opinions, bro. Like, and it's not about bringing somebody that's not qualified. You need to have people that are qualified for it, but you got to go find the qualified people that are of diverse backgrounds. And so just doing it just because they got black skin, brown skin, orange skin, like, that does nothing for us as a people. And they ain't doing shit for the NFL besides pissing people off, and got people that ain't got shit to do on a Tuesday filing lawsuits that ain't gonna do nothing. So like, it's just crazy, bro. What's your thought? I want to hear what you think about it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I just think it's a rule that, like, I get the intent of the rule, and I appreciate the intent of the rule, but it's clearly got no teeth. There are 30 teams in the NFL, and there are 3 black head coaches right now. And that is, like, it's clear to me. Like, there is no way that you can tell me that in the interview process for all of these head coaching positions, that there's not more qualified black head coaches, Asian head coaches, whatever, brown head coaches, whatever you want to do. There's just no way you can tell me that that's not the case. I think it's a legit thing. I think this goes hand in hand with every with in any field, in your field, in our field, in the NFL world, NBA world. It's not about what you know anymore. It's about who you know.
Thanks.
And so when the reason why I think the Rooney Rule is helpful is that I hope that it gives more opportunities to have seats at those tables to get to know those people, right? Like, it's not even, there's no question, like, talent-wise and head coaching-wise, that there are a plethora of guys, guys of color that can handle the coaching aspects of the NFL, NBA, whatever. But it's about the seat at the table. And that's why I think even the arguments about DEI, the arguments about the Rooney rule, all those kinds of things. Like people come at them with like bad faith arguments because it's not about hiring this guy to fill a quota who's less qualified. It's about getting seats at the table, right? Like that is what I think is the most like equitable thing that you can do.
Right.
I just don't think the Rooney rule has enough teeth. Like I think there's not enough teeth to it. The proof is in the pudding. 3 coaches in the NFL out of 30 are not white dudes, right? like you have no teeth with this rule.
Right.
I understand the intent, but you got to have more teeth there. I just think you do. And again, it's about who you know, not what you know. And so that's my biggest is got to get to know these guys more. You got to get to know these minority coaches more. You have to.
Right.
You got to give them seats at the table just to be able to get to know people. Like bring them on staff and let them coach. It's wild to me that the assistant coaches that are over all like in all of sport, the assistant coaches are the ones that really deal with the players more than anybody.
Absolutely.
Most of them are black.
Yep.
Right? Like most of them are black. Most of them are minority guys. Like so you're telling me that can't translate? Like why would you you got them around your players in this position, elevate it. Like let's elevate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It's a football thing, bro. Because when you look at even in college, like you don't see these top programs or even a lot of the mid, like these programs that are successful, they're not giving black head coaches opportunities. And if they do, it's the worst situation in football, whether it's college or NFL. Aaron Glenn, bro, like he can't do nothing with the Jets roster, bro.
Come on, man.
I think his name is Gerard Mayo with the Patriots. Y'all didn't give him enough time, bro. I think his rookie quarterback got hurt of some shit.
1 year.
And then you bring in, with salute to him, I think he's a great coach. I think former Titans coach. Vrabel. I love Vrabel. But like, goddamn, bro, can the dude get some footing first? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think, again, I think Vrabel's a highly qualified coach. Like, he did some great things in Tennessee. So that's kind of a one-off. But like, even still, when you get in the shit jobs, you don't even get a long time to even turn it around. And so, like I said, I see that in college, NFL. It needs to be definitely a more diverse background. I'm looking at, you want to bring up the Broncos, our defensive coordinator. I don't think he got a freaking offer this cycle. And like, bro, we were one game, like a freaking Bo Nix ankle gets stepped on from going to the Super Bowl with the #1 defense in the league, and you ain't even get an interview. Eric Bieniemy from the Chiefs, I think he went back there. He's somewhere now, but he's bouncing around with coordinator jobs. But where is his, like, you know?
Oh, but he's an asshole. He's an asshole though. But Bill Belichick is an ass. He's a Hall of Fame asshole, right? But Eric Bieniemy is an asshole. Like he's an asshole, and he can't get a job. Come on,
all them dudes assholes. Like you said, they all taking pills because they didn't play football. They got injuries they dealing with. Yeah, I got back pain. I wake up mad sometimes. Goddamn it! So yeah, I'm gonna be an asshole that day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I woke up this morning with a left toe injury, and I have no clue how it happened.
Yeah.
I was pissed off.
I'm pissed. Yeah.
I'm pissed. I'm an asshole.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
You're an asshole, Chris. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah. You're right. Let me chill out.
All right. Last topic. Mark Cuban regrets selling the Mavericks, but it's not that he regrets selling Mavericks. It's that he regrets selling them. It's that who he sold them to. Check out this clip, dude. These clips are hilarious to me.
Mavericks.
Because it's a big emotional commitment, right? You hear the passion and everything. Now imagine going up and down like that every single game. That's hard.
Being a fan, bro.
Two, my kids, they were coming of the age where they would be of the mindset maybe they want to work at the Mavs, and I didn't want that for them. You know, it can be abusive a lot.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, you know, if fans don't like what you're doing or the team's not doing well, you're the worst human being on the planet, and they treat you that way.
Do you have any regret?
I don't regret selling. I regret who I sold to. Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes in the process, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, we got another clip, but let's talk about that for a second. Did he not just describe being a fan?
Yeah, I don't understand that, bro. Like, that's what you did. Like, all right, cool. Like, that's cool. That's what you should do. I wish Robert Barry was doing that. Like, he ain't. What are you talking about?
Do you think have you seen the screen in his house, the TV screen in his house that's on the internet, the big monster thing?
Yeah.
Do you think he watches Grizzlies games? Do you think he watches the Grizzlies?
I don't even know if dude even live in America no more. I think Like, it's crazy to the fact. That's wild to think about, bro. I don't think he does. Like, because I don't, and I'm a fan. So, like, if my product is this bad, I don't know if I would subject myself to watching freaking Ryan Rupert and Adama Ball fucking putting up threes every night. Like, nah, I don't think so.
Adama Ball getting signed 10 minutes before game time and then closing the fourth quarter out against the Chicago Bulls was unbelievable.
That's on you.
That was
on you too, Para.
That's on you, Para. He deserves some of the blame. The man was concentrated on selling shit to Russia. And anyway, allegedly. But he said, my kids wanted to start working for the Mavericks, and I don't want that. I don't want that for them. There's one part in this that wasn't in that clip where he said, listen, being a majority owner of an NBA franchise and a fan at the same time is really tough, because not only am I a fan, but I also have to balance the budget, and I have to pay the money, and I have to fix things with my own money. And he said, and I said, when he said this, I was like, fuck you, Mark Cuban. He said, I'm a middle-class billionaire, man. Like,
you're a billionaire. It don't matter, bro. Like, you're a billionaire.
He said, I'm a middle class. What in the hell?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Okay, my bad. You're not a Rothschild. You're not, these elites. My bad. You ain't one of them. You ain't a trillionaire. But middle class, shit, you ain't say low class. It's better than low to me. So I'm gonna chill out.
I'm a middle class poor guy. Like, I'm like, anyway. I thought that was interesting. He said there was something he specifically talked about that he said, I regret not selling the team. I regret who I sold them to. The Adelsons and the Dumonts, right, are the guy, or the family that bought the Dallas Mavericks with the intent on they were going to build a casino in Dallas and have this whole thing going on. I do think possibly that there was a plan to try to get the Mavericks to Las Vegas, honestly, like because of the Adelsons and the Dumonts, their whole casino thing. It wouldn't that, and I think that got shut down pretty quickly. And then the Patrick Dumont guy, the guy who kind of runs the franchise now, is the one who signed off on the Luka Doncic trade. And that is still wrecking Mark Cuban and the Dallas Maverick fan base. It cost Nico Harrison his job. It is just, it's crazy. And he has a clip that he talks about this, where they talk in the same podcast episode about the Luka trade. And I want to get your thoughts on it.
People got in their feelings. All I'll tell you is that it wasn't Michael Finley, and you can surmise who else was in the room.
It had to be personal then, especially when you look at what
the
Mavericks got for what.
Yeah,
by all measures, it's a generational player.
Right. I mean, by not putting it out there to get the best possible player, right?
You talk to one club who's basically your friend.
Right, and every other team calls and says, I would have given you 97 draft picks, right, or whatever.
Mikal Bridges trade.
Right, 5 number ones, But I think there was animosity between our former general manager and some people on Luka's team. You know, his agent and some of the people that worked around them. I don't think they got along. I think there were issues that, Jay Kidd had coached with Anthony Davis and was close to him, and Nico was close to AD, right? Since he was like 13 years old. And so I think, you talk about confirmation bias.
Wow.
There was some of that as well. But, that doesn't justify it for, our coach and our general manager to stand up and trade our best player.
Okay. I have been of the mindset this entire time that was a Adam Silver led thing. And I still think that to a degree, but hearing Mark Cuban say that makes me think, did Nico Harrison and Jason Kidd just literally like sell off Luka Doncic because they don't like the guy? Like,
that's hard, bro.
That's coming from inside. That's coming from the former owner who made it clear Michael Finley was not a part of that. That was Nico Harrison and that was Jason Kidd that made that decision.
And the new owner signed off on it. It's a lot of. I think like we getting this story in bits and pieces. We may not know the full thing for another 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? We may not know the full thing till Luka's retired. When you hear something like that, and I'm gonna go back real quick to what's his name, Kleiman, because it made me think. That's one part that I forgot to talk about, but it hit me the other day. That Kleiman, how he kind of handled this Josh situation wrong. You should not have put out there that we're open to trading Ja Morant, because now you see what happened. You saw what you got for Jaren. Feel the offers, feel the calls, but putting that out there publicly like that, you do nothing but step on your own dirt, bro, or your own dope. Like, and you see what happens. So I feel what Cuban is talking about is like when you now this is different because his value was sky high at that moment.
Yes.
Josh was low. You can put his out there in the back signal, and everybody, like you said, they're gonna be calling, putting offers in. But you got that's you knowing your situation. It's kind of odd though, like when you say, because I feel like I've heard Jason Kidd say that he didn't know it was happening.
He did.
So somebody's lying.
Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. And Jason Kidd came out and said, "How long are we going to keep talking about this for?" Today, he said, "How long are we going to keep bringing this up?" This is 2 seasons ago, right?
Yeah, I think with him coming out, because it shocked me that he even like calling these people by name and saying that like, "Oh, I sold it to the wrong person." Like he's throwing dirt on the people he sold it to. You still around the organization, so now that's some friction that you're gonna see come out of somewhere. And then now you sitting there saying like, "Well, I wouldn't have did it. I think you should have did it a different way." Because I said on the show the other day, I'm like, I think I'm still with you, Kenny. Like, I'm sorry. I think there's some conspiracy there. And I would take Nico. If you're talking about, all right, if you fire Kleiman, who would you take? I would take a look at Nico. He has basketball, relationships. He's built that team. It just didn't work out. Even if he's talking about the trade, like, you can be mad at how it went with the AD and who else they have next? AD, Kyrie, you got the first pick. Like, their roster was set to compete. They had an injury-riddled season, and they just pulled the plug this year. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Kleiman, waiting too goddamn long. I don't think they should have waited, did it this quick. But I think their roster was set up in a way that you could have actually got something out of it. Now it looks even worse because you got off AD. You got people feeling, that sore. They having to force themselves to root for a Cooper flag. I just think it's one of them things, bro. Like, somebody's gonna have to just like Jason Kidd said, let's stop talking about it right now because somebody's lying or everybody's lying. Nobody wants to take the blame for it. Is you did this, you did that. Everybody's pointing the finger, and at this point, it don't even matter. Like it's just like, what are we doing? Like, you sold it to the wrong people. Why did you sell it then? Like, I don't get it.
Do you think he's setting up a return as a majority owner?
I remember he said he wants to.
Yeah.
But now you just shot them in the media. Do they want to sit back to you, or are they gonna give you a price that you like they're gonna be assholes to you? Like no.
You're a middle class billionaire. Can you afford it?
Right. Sometimes, man, you gotta. It's gonna sound like a hypocrite because we're doing it right now. We gotta take these goddamn podcast mics away, bro, because we say a lot of shit to just get us in trouble. It's ridiculous, bro. Like, just shut up. Like, why are you talking about this?
That's so crazy, man. It's so crazy.
Top secret information. You out here just spilling the beans.
Man, literally, that if he's trying to, let me tell you this, if he does try to get ownership back, Jason Kidd is he's gone. Like, gone. They won. First thing, gone.
Yeah. And it's not his fault because he didn't gut his roster. So, damn.
Jesus, dude. So crazy. Hey, listen, bro. I appreciate you being on here. Hey, real quick, I forgot to do this earlier. This podcast is presented by FanDuel, powered by FanDuel, the sponsored sports book for Bluff City Media. We go there every single day to find our bets and all of that kind of stuff. We do have a game tonight. The Memphis Grizzlies are taking on the New York Knicks. They're 14.5-point underdogs tonight. It's here in Memphis. Probably going to lose this game, but here's a little same game parlay for the Memphis Grizzlies, New York Knicks tonight. Cedric Coward to score 15+, Gigi Jackson to score 15+, Jalen Brunson to score 20+, Karl Anthony Towns to score 20+, plus 548. $10 wins you $54.80 cents.
We're going to mess it up, Kenny.
I think Isolo is going to mess it up by not playing.
Yeah,
you saw the box score from the last game against Phoenix. Aldama Ball had 30-something minutes. Jemai Meshack played 37 minutes. Cedric Coward had played 17 or 24 minutes and had 17 points. Like he's going to mess it up. Like he's not going to play the starting five. I think Jemai Mashak is the only one that played over 25 minutes, and he played 37 minutes. The other guys just don't play. They're just not playing these guys. They're not playing them. They don't want to win. So I think anybody that like Cedric Coward and Gigi Jackson could score 15 plus points, but I just don't think they're going to play enough, to be honest with you.
Salute to you. I'm gonna go ahead and pop me a bet in there tonight to take the under on both of them dudes. So, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm so ready for this bullshit to be. I'm so ready. I want this season to be over just because I'm ready to get to May 10th and figure all that shit out. I am so ready to figure out if this is the real Tomas Isolo or if this is not. Like, I'm ready to figure it out because this whole I'm just ready to figure it out because I can't stomach this much longer, honestly.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Shit to get off the pot, Grizzlies. Do something.
Man. Chris, thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Long show, man. Sorry for going so long with you. We get to talk and it keeps going. So, but I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate you for hitting me up, having me. It worked out perfectly. I could get on here today with everything being off from work, man. So I appreciate you. Sain, get better, my dog. Well, he ain't sick. He traveling. So, hey, be safe, my dog. Be safe.
Yeah, be safe, Anthony. Shout out to you. Shout out to your family, Chris. Hope your daughter feels better. Listen, thank you all for joining. Hit us in the comment section. Who's to blame? Is it Kleiman or is it Ja? Put a percentage in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It helps us at Bluff City Media more than you could even imagine. Just engaging with the show afterwards with comments and likes and all that kind of stuff. But shout out to you guys for joining us. Chris, have a good weekend, man. We'll see you soon.
My dog.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to the Bluff City Media YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.